In this lecture, we will discuss an 8051 program to convert the packed BCD numbers into ASCII numbers. Okay, so before discussing the logic and the program, first we will see what is this packed BCD number and the ASCII number. Means what is the relation between the BCD number and the ASCII number. Correct. So your BCD is a binary coded decimal. It's nothing but it uses only 0 to 9 to represent the given number. Okay. So now each digit is used 4 binary bits. Okay. So for example, 0 is represented in BCD as 0 0 0 0. 1 is represented as 0 0 0 1. So similarly 9 it is represented as 1 0 0 1. Okay, so now how we store this number in the memory or in the computer? We categorize this as unpacked BCD number and the packed BCD number. Okay, but usually in the computer we store the we store the number in packed BCD format. Okay, but if you want to convert any packed BCD format into the ASCII numbers, then that needs to be converted into the unpacked BCD. So what is this unpacked BCD? Okay, so now in the unpacked BCD means it requires 1 byte memory to hold the 1 BCD numbers. It's nothing but any number. If you take the two numbers, in that lower 4 bits represent the BCD number and the higher 4 bits are always 0. Okay, so for example, the unpacked BCD representation for 9 is 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1. In this, higher 4 bits are always 0 and the lower 4 bits are represented for the particular digit. Okay, so similarly for 5 it is 0 0 0 0 1 0 1. Okay, now in case of the packed BCD, it requires 1 byte memory to hold the 2 BCD numbers. Means for example, now to store the 59, okay, to store the 59, just we require the 1 byte of the memory, that is 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 1. Okay, so this is the difference between the packed BCD and the unpacked BCD. Means to store the 59 we require 1 byte memory, but in case of the unpacked BCD we require the 2 byte memory. Okay, so later we will see how to convert this packed BCD into unpacked BCD. Okay, so next we will see what is the ASCII number. Okay, so now here, so these are the ASCII equivalents for the different numbering format. Okay, so this is a universal key number. This is American standard format, as you all know this. Okay, so this key means this 0 to 9 is the decimal numbers, and like this even we have the ASCII equivalent for all the letters. Okay, now here we'll consider only 0 to 9 here. Okay, so here the ASCII equivalent for 0 is 30, and for the ASCII equivalent for 1 is 31, for 2 it is 32, and for 3 it is 33. Means for all these values we need to add 30 to 30 so that we get the equivalent ASCII value. So usually whenever we press the key in from the keyboard, that is pressed, it is the computer can understand it as a 30H. Okay, means see, whenever the key 0 is pressed, so 30H is provided to the computer. Means it is automatically converted decimal value to ASCII value. So now we'll see the logic and the program to convert this packed BCD into ASCII ASCII equivalent value, right? So now let's take an example here, 29H that needs to be converted into ASCII value. Okay, so now packed BCD 29H is represented as 00101001. Okay, so here before converting this into ASCII value, first this needs to be converted into the unpacked BCD. That is, we need to separate these two bits. That is, 2 is represented as a 02H and 9 is represented as a 09H, and then each digit needs to be converted into ASCII value, that is 02H into 32H, which is the ASCII equivalent of the 02H, and similarly the 9H to 39H. Okay, so now you see how to implement this logic using 8051. Okay, so now, so the first here we have the 29H, right? So now we need to extract only 02A, that is 2 digit, means higher nibble from this number. Okay, so now for example, now we'll write this 29H in the binary representation. It is 0, here anyway it is already done, 00101001, right? So now if we mask this 9 so that we can get the higher nibble, okay, so that can be done by using the ANDing. Okay, means we need to add this 29H, right? Means here we are going to mask the lower nibble, so that's why here we need 00, and here all the bits needs to be 1, means this is F0H. Okay, correct? Here, right? So now if we do AND operation, we get 0 0 0 0 1 0 0. So we got 20H. Correct. But actually what we need here, it is 02H. Correct. So we need 02H. So what we can do, we need to swap the lower nibble with the higher nibble and higher nibble with the lower nibble. So we get, if we swap the 20H, if we swap 20H, then we get 02H. Okay. So means this is step 1. ANDing the value, and then in step 2 we are swapping the result whatever we got after ANDing. Okay, so now step 3 is we need to extract 9. Correct, we need to extract 9. So same way here we need to mask the higher nibble in this case. Okay, so now if I write again 29H here. So now if you need to mask the higher nibble, then this bit should be added with 0 and this needs to be ANDed with, ANDed with ones, right? So now if we AND this one, we'll get 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0. So we get 09H. Correct. So now here we got 02H and 09H. Okay. So now in step 3, now the equivalent ASCII value for 2 is 32H and the equivalent ASCII value for 9 is 39H. So what we can do, we need to add 02H with 30H. So we get 2 and 3, or we can append 30 with the 02. Okay, this is binary addition. Okay, we need to do the binary addition. So similarly 09H with 30, so we'll get 39. Okay, so this is the logic we need to implement in the using 8051. See here, the first thing, actually in this program what the condition is given is write an ALP to convert the packed BCD number stored in the external memory location 400H to ASCII number and store the result in external memory location 401H onwards. Okay. So what is the first step here? First we need to move the packed BCD data to be converted from the external memory location 400H to accumulator, right? Okay, let's write the program now. Okay, so first, now presently the data is present in 400H as in external memory location. So first instruction is we need to initialize DPTR with 400H. So next we'll access our data into accumulator. It is at DPTR, right? So we need to, if we are accessing any data from the external memory location, we need to use the instruction move X. Okay. Now we will store this value in some register so that it will be useful for the later use. Okay. So move R0, A. Right. So what is the next step now here? We need to mask the upper nibble to obtain the lower nibble of the packed BCD. Correct. So now for that what we need to do now, actually what A is having now? A is having 29H. Correct, no? 29H. In this register R0 is having 29H. Now we need to mask the higher nibble. We need to mask you can go with the lower nibble or the higher nibble, it doesn't matter. Okay. So now here according to this logic, the algorithm I have written, we are masking the upper nibble to obtain the lower nibble, right? Means upper nibble means here, if I write this one 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1, so we need to marks the upper nibble, right? So means it is 0 0 0 and this one is 1 1 1. So we get 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1. So we will get 0 9. Okay. But in the logic we have discussed, actually here first we have converted this first we got 02H and 09H, right? So that also we can do, so no issues at all. Okay. So here what I need to do, if we get the lower nibble, to get the higher nibble, we need to mask the lower nibble. So that case what we have to do, 1 and next it is 0, that is with F0H. Correct. So we'll get 20H, right? So here A N L A comma ash 0 F0H. Okay. So now actually after doing this, the A will have 20H, but we want 0 2. So for that we need to swap A. So when we do this one, the A will have 0 2. Okay. Next, this needs to be converted into ASCII value. So So for that we need to add A comma hash 30H. See, A means actually now A is having 000 and 0010. Correct. So 30H means now 0011 and next is 0000. So what we get here? 01001100 means we got 32H. So instead of adding even we can do OR also, no issues. We can do OR. So if we do OR also we get the same result. Okay. So now the A is having 32H. So this needs to be stored in the memory location 401H, right? So for that reason now first we need to increment our DPTR because presently our DPTR is pointing to 400H. So to get 401H we need to increment our DPTR. Next we will store the data, that is move at DPTR comma A. So now the 401H will have 32H. Okay. Next same thing we need to do for the lower nibble. So for that reason again we will access our original number into accumulator. So now the data is present is in R0. So we will access that move A comma R0. Okay. Next we will and A comma hash 0FH. So the A will get 09. Okay. So next similarly we need to add this 09 with 30H. So add A comma hash 30H. So the A will have 39H. Okay. So now next is we need to store this value, this result in 402H. So for that we need to increment DPTR now because presently the DPTR is pointing to 401H. So to point to 402 we need to increment the DPTR then store the value. So sorry, it is move X here. Move X at DPTR comma A. Okay. So now we'll see this example using the Keil compiler. Okay, so let's create program. Here it is, BCD to ASCII. Okay, so this program I'll remove here. Okay, for this I have already written program here. So let's copy here. Okay, right. So now we'll debug, we'll check for the errors first. So there are no errors. Now we'll okay. So now first we'll open here 400H. Okay. So here we'll store the number 29. So this is the pack BCD number. Okay. So now we'll execute this step by step. DPTR initialized with 400H. Accumulator is having 29H. And next the lower nibble is masked. So we got 20 but we need 2. So we are swapping. So we got 02 and then we are adding 30 to this value so that we get the ASCII equivalent value. So that's why I have written for the simplicity and for easy understanding adding 30H to get the first ASCII number. we got 32, and then we are storing this number here in the 408 in continuous memory location. Right, so we got 32. So next same process we are going to do to get the ASCII equivalent for the next digit. Right, so we got 39. Right, so for 2 the ASCII equivalent is 32, for 9 it is 39, means whenever the key is pressed 2, the ASCII equivalent is 32, and 9 if you press then it is 39. If you press 29 then 32 and 39 is sent to computer. Okay, so like this, for any character can be stored in this memory location, so that will be converted into the ASCII value. So if you want to know the ASCII equivalent for all the letters and the numbers, you can Google it. You will get the equivalent ASCII values, and there you can find the relation between what needs to be added to get the ASCII values for the letters and for the numbers, and same thing can be implemented in the program. Okay, so thank you.